Hey guys, and welcome to another Your Tech Report video. Today we're going hands-on and we're going to unbox the brand new OWC Thunderbolt 3 dock. Hey guys, before we get into this unboxing, let me remind you that if you aren't already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. We've got very cool stuff coming up and great videos like this. You can check all our history, and if you hit that notification bell down below, you'll be notified anytime we've got a brand new video to share with you. So think back for a second. Think back to when Apple released their first new generation MacBook Pro. This was the one that had the touch bar in it, and the first time we saw a USB Type-C connector in a mainstream computer from a company as large as Apple. Well, this meant a lot of manufacturers were out there going, okay, what can we do? How do we adopt USB Type-C? We've got to make dongles, we've got to make adapters, we've got to make hubs. Well, one company, OWC, came out with the Thunderbolt 3 dock. This is the original Thunderbolt 3 dock, and it was a self-powered dock, which means it had an external power supply. It had a mini DisplayPort adapter. It had two USB Type-C connectors over there. It gave you Ethernet. It gave you a bunch of USB 3.0, a lot of fun stuff on the front. That was great because it allowed you to pretty much dock your new MacBook Pro with existing peripherals, whether you had a couple monitors and external hard drives, etc., etc. And it allowed you to really continue working with that device as a main computer if you wanted to. Or perhaps you put it in your house and you drop this dock down with one cable. You were not only powering your computer, but you were also powering all the peripherals, and you were getting access to all the peripherals that were there. Well, they've released a follow-up to that Thunderbolt 3 dock, and it's simply called the new Thunderbolt 3 dock from OWC. Take a look at that. Thunderbolt 3 dock. So we're going to go ahead and unbox this for you today. We're not going to go completely hands-on with it because we know the functionality and you can check that original video, but we want to know from you guys in the comments below what you want us to test with this. It's a great way for you guys to tell us exactly what our next video is going to be when we talk about this device. So let's pop open the box in this USB Type-C Thunderbolt 3 dock. Inside we've got our traditional paper which explains the different ports that are on this little device here, which is really cool. You've got the actual dock itself, which is this nice dock. It's probably about 8.5 inches wide. Very slim form factor. If you take a look over here, this is the front of it over here. You've got the Thunderbolt 3 dock over there. You've got an extra port in the front. Previously, let's put the old one on top of this here so you can see what we had before. So on top of it, top is the original Thunderbolt 3 dock, and the bottom is the new Thunderbolt 3 dock. So on the top, you can see we originally had an SD card reader. Now we have an SD and a micro SD. We also added the USB Type-C connector on the front here as well, so you can plug in peripherals on the front. You still have got that SD card slot. You've got that headphone adapter, plus you got that USB 3.1 port on the front as well. So this is great if you want to just kind of plug something in quickly to the front, but you don't want to have to fish around to the back of it. Now, if we look at the back of this device, you could see that most of it's pretty much the same in terms of the ports that are availability, except we actually lose one port. We lost the FireWire port. Originally, the FireWire port was over here on the original Thunderbolt 3 dock. Now the FireWire port's gone because guess what? USB Type-C and USB, Thunderbolt 3 has really kind of taken over FireWire. It has way more bandwidth and it has way more support. So what have you got here? Well, let's look at the new one. Okay, we've got the new one here. We've got the 4 USB Type A connectors, and those are USB 3.0 ports. You've got your SPDIF out for digital audio if you want to have digital audio output as well. You've got gigabit Ethernet. You've got the two USB Type-Cs in the back that go along with the one in the front, which is very good. Plus you've got the power supply, and you've got that mini display port. So you can daisy chain monitors. You can do anything you want, which is really cool on this device. And since it is powered, it passes through that power to your MacBook Pro or your MacBook or any. Quite honestly, it doesn't have to be a Mac. It could be a PC with USB Type-C. Since USB Type-C and Thunderbolt 3 has become pretty widespread and available now, a lot of manufacturers are incorporating that, which means that you can use this dock with a whole bunch of different computers, which is really cool. Let's continue the unboxing experience and see what else we have. So we've got the paper over here. We've got the box over here. Got our power supplies. We've got our power cord. And we've got a nice power brick over here. This is a nice slim form factor power brick. It is pretty much everything you might need. AC input, 240 volt. Okay, so it's a traditional power block that you can kind of throw on the floor there and power your device. And in the box as well is a USB Type-C Thunderbolt 3 adapter, USB-C to USB-C, so you can plug your computer directly into it. So the way we recommend setting this up, obviously, is if you look at my desk, for example, let's go over here for a second. Take a look at my desk over here. So if you look at my desk over here, I've got 2 monitors set up. I've got an external hard drive array. This is my Mac Pro that's at work here. I've got USB extensions over here. I've got tons of stuff going on behind the scenes, which is kind of interesting. But, you know, I want to see if I can actually replace the Mac Pro, because the Mac Pro is quite honestly quite old and my MacBook Pro is actually newer. So let me see if I can replace my Mac Pro with my MacBook Pro so that I'm traveling with everything at the same time. So I'm going to need to plug in, let's see, USB Type-C. I'm going to plug in my external hard drive array. I'm going to plug in my audio device, which is USB Type-A. I have 2 monitors, which I can't daisy chain because they're not USB-C yet. They're still DisplayPort, so I'm going to use a mini DisplayPort adapter, and I'm going to use a USB Type-C adapter as well, which should work as well. And I really, you can, because you can, you know, plug in a lot of different things here. I think I'll be able to encompass everything I need on my desk with that one cable, which means when I walk into my office, I plug in this one USB Type-C connector, and I've got access to everything at my disposal, which is why I'm really excited to get this set up. So this is the Thunderbolt 3 dock from OWC. Head on over to macsales.com or just do a search for the Thunderbolt 3 dock. They've been making great stuff and great peripherals for the new MacBook Pro, a whole new MacBook line, or quite honestly anything with a USB Type-C connector or Thunderbolt 3 is going to take advantage of this dock quite well. Again, let us know in the comments below exactly what you want us to test. Last time, I remember people are asking, well, can you plug in 3 monitors? What about the order of which you have to plug things in? Can it power enough, you know, external hard drives, etc., etc.? Let us know in the comments below, and we promise we'll follow up this video with more specific answers to your questions that you leave us in the comments below. And of course, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We've got very cool things coming up in the new year, and I want to wish you and yours a very happy holidays and a very safe and happy holiday season and new year.